All right, everybody. I'm glad you're all ready because we're ready. It's me, Sean Cinephile Sanity, and Juno here to present to you tonight William Castle's The Tingler. This is one of my all time favorite late 50s horror films. And, we're gonna have fun tonight. And I'm glad you're all here. So we're going to get going right now. Have fun tonight.
You're gonna need a bigger Juno. You're gonna need a bigger Juno.
I'm William Castle, and I feel obligated to warn you about the next attraction you will see at this theater. The picture is The Tingler, which I directed. And for the first time in motion picture history, members of the audience, including you, will actually play a part in the picture. You will feel some of the physical reactions, the shocking sensations experienced by the actors on the screen. I guarantee that The Tingler has more shocks per minute than my last film, The House on Haunted Hill. But don't be alarmed. You can protect yourself. When you see the picture, you will be told, and remember the instruction, how you can guard yourself from attack by The Tingler. And now may I show you a few scenes from The Tingler?
Oh shit! Fuck! The Tinkler's loose in the studio. God damn! Wow! Fuck! Oh,
No, that
sorry,
trailer was really cool, though. Really
sorry
was.
about that.
Awesome marketing.
No, I love that trailer, dude. It was so cool. Really was.
So we
Hey,
got
what's up, everyone in the chat? Looks like we
What's
have
up, everyone?
13 people with us right now.
we got a good house in here tonight.
Yeah, we got Chester Franklin's here. What's up, Chester? Johnny's here from the Wild Guys. We got Jimmy, James Van Dusen. Rosalia's here. We got Z. What's up, Zodiac?
Zodiac.
Jen's here. Villainous Vixen. Live Style Rewind. What's up, Liv?
Yeah.
And Salty P. What's up, Salty? And Joseph the Horror Guy is here. What's up, Joseph?
Joseph.
Also, we have Brooke Scarlett's here. What's up, Brooke? And Pat's here. Pat Masters here. What's up, Pat? And also Jason Ginger Ninja's here. Congratulations to him, man.
Hey,
He's
Jason.
the new the new reigning champion for this month's Horror Tuber of the Month.
Congrats to you, Jason.
Is that the title, right? It's the right title, I think.
Something like that.
But yeah, congratulations to you, Jason. It's great to see you win. And I think that's it for now. 14 people. But yeah, I think this is really the first time that I'm doing a watch party ever here on YouTube for a Vincent Price film.
Well, damn it. You should have thought sooner. No, I'm just kidding.
No, finally, I'm glad that this is something like this is finally happening,
Yeah. Well, it's just, I thought when we were kind of mentioning William Castle, a few days ago, I decided, I was like, general stream is cool and all that, but, we've done a few in a row. So I thought, might as well, start another, movie and, have a watch party. And I thought, let's do the Tingler, because I mean, I love this movie. It was one that I always had read about. And I remember the first time I kind of saw it, I just, I was probably around 15, 16 something. And I was just turning on, changing the channels on the old rotary cable box, and I hit this thing and I'm looking and I see Vincent Price on the couch and then there's this thing crawling on him and I'm like, holy fuck, this is a Tingler. I'm like, okay. So I was like, set my ass down and I'm like watching this movie and I was like, this is great. My mom passes by, Mom, the Tingler's on. She's like, what are you talking about? I go, Vincent Price, this movie's awesome, and stuff. And, and then I got, all wrapped up and reading about William Castle and, being the king of the gimmicks. And there's a really good book that he wrote, his autobiography. It's called I'm Here to Scare the Pants Off America. And I suggest everybody read it because it's an incredible book. He goes through pretty much everything. And also, John Waters was a huge fan of his, and he was a huge fan of Herschel Gordon Lewis, which when I found that stuff out, I was just like, holy crap, I was like, I love these two guys. I love John Waters, and it's like I just thought it was amazing that a director that I really liked these two other directors so that I love their stuff, And there's he talks about it in his book Shock Value, I believe, and the gimmick in this film was this thing called Percepto, where when the Tingler is in the theater, Vincent Price, everything goes black and you hear Vincent Price's voice and he says, the Tingler is loose in the theater. Everybody, please scream for your lives. And so like the seats, they would wire the seats in the theaters and people would get these like electric shocks, like, sitting like in the cushions or whatever. And and it was like a mini electric chair, I guess you could say. And John Waters, he said that he would always, whenever he'd go to see it, he would check under the seats before to see if he could find one that he could sit in so he could get shocked. But he also described, it was either in Castle's book or his book, John Waters' book, that there was some trucker went to see it. And the thing, he gets shocked and it scared him so bad that he picked the fucking seat up, ripped out the bolts and threw it across the theater.
Shit, man, it must have been an experience.
Yeah.
Goofball gimmicks giving people heart attacks and shit.
It just seemed that like a lot of the gimmicks sometimes he would come up with would go awry. So with any of the other movies that, we'll watch, I'll describe those gimmicks because I don't want to go into the huge list, but there's, just really funny stories about all of them. And there's the movie Matinee, if you've ever seen that, by Joe Dante, which is based on.
I know Shout Select or something like that, or Shout Factory. They released a Blu-ray of that, but And isn't John Goodman in that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still I still need to see that one. I haven't seen it, but it does look pretty before. That's about it.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but I mean, it's been ages since I saw it because I saw it in the theater. But I mean, it was one that I really I was like, oh man, this is going to be about William Castle. I just know it is, and it's loosely based on him, but it's a good film and everything.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
Wait, House on Haunted Hill, is that another William Castle movie?
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
that was the
So
one
that,
he did
I
that
mean,
before the Tingler.
yeah, that right there was like my introduction to Vincent Price movies. And I remember when I was a kid and watching that on TV, and it got up to that scene with the walking skeleton. This is the first time I ever seen a walking skeleton in a movie before, and it just really struck me in a way. Like it kind of like it scared me, but at the same time, I thought it was the coolest shit in the world. Like this skeleton making this lady walk into a vat of acid and everything. Like it's such a cool scene, but yeah, it was like that kind of like solidified my love for skeletons and movies and stuff like that.
I feel like Vincent Price movies still holds up, especially like some that got remade. But I just feel like most of his original movies still hold up and kicks ass.
Oh, they do. I mean, he was a timeless actor. There's like this movie, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, called Targets. It's Peter Bogdanovich's first film. It's recently, like last year, released on a Blu-ray on Criterion, and it's one of Boris Karloff's last roles where he's basically, I guess, kind of playing himself, but he's playing this old aging actor. And there's this guy who the it's there's a guy who's loosely based on Charles Whitman, who was the Austin tower killer. He was this
The
guy like
sniper.
the sniper in the mid '60s. There's
Mhm.
another film about him called The Deadly Tower that stars Kurt Russell as Charles Whitman and stuff.
Oh, I've
And
seen that one.
I
yeah,
don't think I've seen that. Like now I want to see that.
Russell
Like
like
that whole
Charles.
story is so fascinating to me of that, the real life shooter and everything. But go ahead.
but it was a made for TV movie, but I think you can get it on DVD at least. But the thing is, so in this movie Targets, he, the guy is, pretty much, he's doing this killing like his family and stuff. So he goes to the drive-in, and that's where he's going to do the majority of his shooting. And Boris Karloff, I don't want to give like the whole thing away, but it has just this amazing deal where he confronts the killer, and that's all I'll say. And he's pretty old, at this time. But they said that he was, he did anything that he was asked to do, and that's something that I think we should probably do that as well. Show that sometime. I'm
Yeah,
sure we can find it. But it's an amazing movie as well. But yeah, I love all the Castle stuff, and you know,
yeah. I know. I
we're gonna
have
have fun tonight.
the volume one set on Blu-ray for Vincent Price. It's like,
Did he do House of Wax or was that somebody else?
yeah, he did
Uh,
have the act.
William
yeah,
Castle.
there's a young Charles
That's the
um,
volume one set right there.
Bronson in that movie.
Hmm.
I don't know if you guys have any
That's
of
kind of
these
different.
sets, but
No, I haven't.
this comes with the Pit and the Pendulum, the Mask of the Red Death, the Haunted Palace, the Fall of the House of the Fall of the House of Usher, the Abominable Dr. Phibes, and Witchfinder General.
Oh man, that movie. Whew, he's a bastard in that fucking movie, man.
Yeah, I've
Do they
seen it
still
a
have
few
that?
times.
they still have that shit, Sean? Shit Factory
Huh?
has it still. Does Shit Factory still have that Vincent Price around, or is that out of print?
Some of those.
They there's a second pressing out there that's available again. It's like $30 too, I think. Or
Oh
like
my
I
God.
could be actually I could be wrong on the price right now. I remember at one point it was like really cheap because Scream Factory did re-release it because it did go out of print. Like the first pressing went out of print, and there's a second pressing available now.
Okay.
So yeah,
There,
I mean, like I'm actually curious to see what it's going for now. I'm gonna look it up.
there was
But
a.
yeah, actually, when I was texting you earlier, oh yeah, I'm gonna send you that movie State of Grace. Like that's something you got to see.
There was in that first pressing, there was an extra disc in there that had a movie where Jimmy met Vincent Price. It was called Jimmy's Candle Wax, and so that's a real hard one to find.
Really?
If Jimmy's in it, stuff.
Fuck.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Actually, nah, man. The set's a little pricey. Actually, the Volume 1 set, it's $50. But I mean, you are still getting. You are getting 6 of his movies in one set there for $60. Like, yeah, it's like $10 a movie. But actually, hold on a second. I want to make sure I'm on the right website here. Thought it was on Amazon. Yeah, Amazon says $49.99. But like I forget what I paid for mine. I might have paid like 45 for mine, something like that.
And my other friend James is in here. He does a lot of like streams promoting people. So hey, James, good to see you. I'm glad you came in tonight, brother.
Hey there, James.
Yeah, what's up there, James? Yeah. I mean, for a pop-up stream like this, it's cool to see everyone showing up here.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
Have you got a chance to see Civil War, Texas, or no?
No, not yet. Jimmy and I maybe this weekend. You'll have to yell at him about that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Johnny says Texas. Let's get him Joseph an apartment so he can actually watch a full stream with us and not wake his folks. Yeah, I would say that. But the reason I said we should get him some skates is that he can because he always has to leave, so he can skate faster and then maybe skate down the hallway, talk to his parents, and crash into the wall maybe or something, and then go, "Oh, I hurt myself." Jeez, we should buy him a midget. Let's get him a midget. So the midget could bite his ankles. Yeah. No, he is Rosalie. He's a great guy, but it's just funny when he starts, going in and going crazy and saying goofy stuff, and then it's just sort of like, well, then we've kind of got to follow suit on him and stuff. Oh, Liv said she had her first ice cream cone of the season tonight. Soft serve twist and a waffle cone. There we go. At least she got the right one, not like in Assault on
on
Precinct
Precinct
13.
13.
Yep, exactly.
It's good to see that Liv didn't get shot in the chest while eating that fucking ice cream cone. Yeah.
Hey, I wanted a twist.
That's the whole reason why she got killed, because she was complaining that she didn't get what she asked for at the ice cream stand.
that still blows my mind every time I see it. I'm just like, holy shit, like this is fucked up,
It's like I actually think John Carpenter does a good job with making that scene kind of unfold very slowly. It's hard to see that she's gonna get killed. You see she's about to go back and go complain about her ice cream cone, and then in just like a second she's dead. It's definitely a great scene, classic though for a movie like that.
Shamarlos just came in. He's had pizza and didn't bring us any. Damn it.
Ah,
Scott,
Yeah,
But I know he's got a like a whole family to feed.
that's true.
Yeah.
He's always
But,
forgiven anyway, so it's all good.
hey, what's up there, Scott?
Juno Johnny says that he said, "Love the bird cage, bro." Commented on your video.
thank you, Jonathan. I'll comment back. Yep, on your comment. Thank you for watching my review.
So yeah, it looks like this movie is like about like an hour and 21 minutes.
Yeah, we can get it started now if everybody's ready. Just
I mean, if you want to do it now or wait at the usual time at the 30-minute mark, whatever you want to do, I'm okay with.
well, I'm good. If everybody's ready, just let me know. Chester says
Yeah,
assault
you
on
know what? Let
precinct.
me let me share the link down
Yeah.
there. Or like I'm gonna share a link for everyone that should be able to just click on this and it should just play. But you actually do have to change the quality on the video to like 480. I think is the best on it. But it's watchable. That's how I'm watching it. Because I actually do not own this one.
Yeah.
I don't know if Texas, have you ever noticed, like, or even how many Vincent Price films you have? Sometimes Vincent Price films on Blu-ray can be very pricey.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But it's like seriously, they can be pricey. Like, I don't understand sometimes.
Well, I remember reading, I don't know if it was on Blu-ray.com on their forum or something, or it might have even been on Shit Factory, but they only had licensed some of his stuff for a couple of years, and some of the things went out of print, and then they were going elsewhere and stuff. And this was before
Yeah.
the big changeover and all that bullshit. So
But I know like MGM owns a good amount of Vincent Price films. I know that, but they don't own them all. Like,
Especially Eater Blood.
right.
yeah.
And then Corey's here from Wilkie's Movies and Music. Hey, Corey, good to see you, brother.
Hey, Corey.
Hey, what's up there, Corey? Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to share a link for people to watch this movie for anyone who doesn't own it. Yeah, there it is right there. You should be able to just click on that, and then once the site pulls up, you should be able to just hit play on it, and then just change the video quality down at the bottom there. There's a 480p, and you're good to go. But we'll give everyone a minute here
All
to
right.
get ready, I guess. And yeah, we'll get this started in a minute. But I actually do have the Kino release for the Abominable Dr. Phibes and Dr. Phibes Rises Again, the double feature on Blu-ray. This right here.
I'm gonna have to pick one of those up. Is there like an Arrow one too? I thought.
I don't know actually.
Or I might be thinking of Count Yorga, maybe.
I just like I already have it in the Scream Factory set, but when I saw that Kino was releasing this double feature, with both films like this on Blu-ray, I was like, I gotta get that.
Dr. Juno Rises Again.
Dr. Juno. Yep.
Yeah, I was last night when we were in P. Rich's and we were doing those rankings. I said, and you were gone, you had missed it, but I said Freddy versus Juno.
Yeah, I wasn't
That would've
able
been
to
a
watch
good one.
the whole stream. I was only there for like the first 40 minutes of it, and then I bailed out.
Yeah, I was also in this. I was also in the comments, like also showing my ranking of each of the movies, especially some of the piece of shit and some of the mid movies. Some of the ones that are great.
That's great, man. All right. If everybody in the chat is ready to go, I guess we'll get ready to do this. We'll do a usual countdown from 10 to 1.
It can take some.
Oh, good, Johnny. Thank you.
Juno hands. Juno scissor hands. It's Rosalie's.
No.
Well, I bet you Johnny's gonna make a poster thing for that now. Watch, you're gonna see Juno
The thing I
Scissorhands.
appreciate that P Rich ranked was the worst one was Halloween Ends, which I 100% agreed with P Rich.
We've got
Yeah.
Derek from Woo Riders is in here. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say Woo Riders. So there we go.
Hey, what's up, Woo?
Yeah, what's up there, Derek? Whoa, whoa. All right. Yeah, if everybody's ready, we're gonna go ahead and get this movie started, I guess. All right. All right. Yeah, you two ready, right?
Yeah.
Let me full screen this. Turn up the volume. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit play.
Play. Columbia Pictures.
It's got like that classic orchestra blasting music in the beginning.
I am William Castle, the director of the motion picture you're about to see. I feel
Yeah, I'd grabbed the wrong remote because my stupid TV and Blu-ray player, they're the same company, but you still run on different remotes.
Okay. I know my living room remote, like I have a heater out there that also has its own remote with it, but sometimes when I'm using the remote out there for the cable, it'll make the heater go on.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, I know. I'll be like, what the fuck, dude? Why is it making the heater go on again? Like, I don't know, it's like got some like weird like sensor defect on it, like where like the cable is like too sensitive, like the cable remote's so sensitive it picks up the heater.
Don't be embarrassed about opening your mouth and letting rip with all you've got.
Johnny says he's got an Empire video for me, so that'd be good.
Probably be screaming too. Remember this.
Yeah, that Jaws one was good today. I just figured I'll add in like, all right, well, since it's a Jaws one, we're gonna be doing Jaws and Jaws 2 for Independence Day weekend or whatever. So I'll just add on that we're watching Jaws and Jaws 2 today.
I love these faces, when they pop up, and the one guy with the Brillo pad for hair, is a good one. And then, oh yeah, and then you got this dude whose face is all fucked up, because the whole origin, because I didn't mention this, the whole origin of the Tingler is like this kind of a creature that lives in our spinal column, and then once we get scared of something, it comes alive and it'll crush our spines if we don't scream and things like that. So that's why people have to scream. See, he's trying to get rid of it.
Acknowledge the pain.
Oh, and then this old dude right here that's standing against the wall as they're leading him down, that's the Pepperidge Farm fucking guy, So I mean, just imagine. Yeah, Pepperidge Farm remembers, you fucking bastards, so. Your cousin from Boston's a bastard,
Fucking bastard.
It's true though, Rosalie had a Brillo pad for hair. Yeah.
Brillo Pad. That was his nickname, Brillo Pad.
Yeah, that's what we'll call him, Brillo pad.
Yo, Brillo! Stop fucking calling me that!
You bastard from Boston.
Bastard! Bastard from Boston!
Here we have our first Vincent Price appearance.
Yeah.
Unless you got business. You gotta have a pass to come.
Right now, he's asking him for a multi-pass. You need multi-pass to come in here. He's in the coroner's office. Asking him for a multi-pass. Will Riders just said, I knew a lady who burned her vocal cords from a Brillo pad going down her throat. That's like so random. Get your ass to Mars.
Get your ass to Mars.
Milu multipass. Welcome, Daddy. So he's like talking about how this current victim died of fright.
Yeah, this is when he starts to go exploring, you know, for his research for the
Yeah.
Tingler and everything.
But he's also saying the spinal cord was shattered or something on the victim.
Yeah, because that's what it is. It's like this kind of, I don't know, thing is it'll grab your spine and crush it. You know, that's why you got to scream. If you scream, I guess it's like a sensory thing and it'll let go.
I mean, like, I guess you could label this as like a creature feature in a
Oh
way.
yeah, definitely. I think so.
Okay.
I think they really enjoy these kind of movies because I know a lot of people like nowadays they would say, "Oh, this shit is boring," but I feel like these movies should get more recognition and more appreciated.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
definitely.
it's, you could even say like it's like, like Hitchcock films. Like a lot of people do appreciate and like his
Yep.
films, but I don't think a lot of people talk about him enough.
We've got
And
Chris the Slasher dude in here. Hey, Chris.
Yeah. Chris C is
hey,
here. What's
Chris,
up, Chris C?
how are you, Chris?
This guy owns a theater where they're showing like silent films, and then his wife is a mute. So
Sure, he's got a lot to deal with that.
yeah. Chris, I wouldn't worry about it. You know, it wasn't like you were winning $1 million or anything. You know, you're still the same guy, and we all love you. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just keep doing what you enjoy doing on here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like noticing now the video quality on this site that I'm using. It's not the best. Like, yeah, it does say 480p, but this is like worse than that. This is like beyond 360. But you know what? This is watching. Like, I can see what's going on. It's not like, but I can just notice now, like, the 480p is not up to par.
This is Dr. Warren Cheek.
So I guess like doing sign language in movies must have been like, a real art back in these days. You know what I mean? Like it's not something you would typically see all the time. I know you definitely see a lot more of that stuff in more modern films nowadays. Like even with I mean, not the newest Godzilla movie. What's that one? Godzilla versus Kong came out.
Right.
Fucking, I don't know, 2019 or something like that. Like they had like sign language and stuff like in that, and you are seeing that a lot more in more modern films, I think. But I mean, I don't know, must have been really challenging for some actors to really pull that off back then. But I guess it's really just, I don't know, just learning another language really with sign language. It's like a typical way of learning a language.
Sorry. That's a clumsy thing to do. It's my fault.
See his wife, she freaks out at the sight of blood.
Yeah, she's like completely shattered right now. And she's out. And P Rich is here? What? Yeah, P Rich is here. Hatchet Boys. What's up, P?
Great
When the
strength
big
and
hand
strength.
touches the little hand. What do you
Great
call Michael
ranking.
Jackson in a sleeping bag? P wants to know. What do we call Michael Jackson
No
in a
idea.
sleeping bag?
No idea.
Sleeping Beauty. Or
I don't know, man. I'm out of answers, I guess.
I'm out of the loop on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. You got me on that one. A fruit roll up.
Oh.
That's a good one, though. Fruit roll.
yeah, thanks for ranking Halloween Ends as the worst one. P. Reg, that was a piece of fucking shit. That was a great
Keep it
stream.
real.
You go downstairs and open up. I'll come downstairs in a minute.
I don't know, man. I guess, that guy's lucky. He doesn't have to worry about his wife ever talking back to him.
Right.
And also before that, she was like all germophobic because she keeps washing her hands and even cleaning the sink that Vincent Price just used.
Yeah, like right on top of it. Just being over excessive with that shit. Yeah, we're doing good, P. Rich. Everything's all good, man. We got a pop-up stream here on Texas's channel tonight, and this Saturday we're gonna be watching The Empire Strikes Back on Texas's channel too, at the usual time at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, if you guys are not doing anything on Saturday and you like Star Wars and you feel like being a geek for about 2 or 3 hours, come hang out with us. Yeah, Juno Strikes Back. That's the official tagline slogan for
Yep.
the weekend. Juno Strikes Back. I mean, if we were doing this on my channel right now, I would take the chance and play the footage. But actually, I forgot to mention that the previous stream we just did for the Intruder. Intruder.
Mhm.
It got blocked because I'm like I don't know 100% sure, but it looks like because of the Star Wars mini trailer that I played to let everybody know about the watch party on Saturday. But I think that it turned out to be a copyright issue with the owner and some asshole in Italy, and he fucking denied it and claimed the fucking thing, and so I think my stream's like blocked. So maybe I don't know. I think we're gonna have to attempt to do Intruder again sometime in the future,
Mhm.
where it doesn't have Star Wars footage in it to get blocked in certain areas. But it seems like nobody could really view that. It seems like whoever watched it while it was live, that was it.
P. Rich said that he
This is
saw it
what
though
it is.
last night, so I don't know. But when I tried to rewatch it, I was like, "What the fuck's going on here?" So I mean, I'm kind of worried, because I don't want us to get
Well, that's
blocked.
Yeah.
why I told you, Tex, don't play anything with Star Wars footage in it. It's probably going to end up catching up with you.
Yeah,
But you know what, though? That 25-second clip thing I sent you?
yeah,
That's just, Star Wars pictures. That
yeah.
shouldn't be in the copyright claim thing. So I think you can play that. But then again, the music might be an issue that's in that video. So if you play that and it becomes an issue, more than likely it's the music and not actually the footage itself. But that's as far as I would go with playing any Star Wars shit at this point.
Well, Johnny said that he had something for me, so that probably won't, get us fucked up.
Yeah, I don't, it's so hard to figure out with Star Wars. I know, out of the 6 years that I've been on here, I've unboxed Star Wars figures from the Black Series on my channel, and sometimes I would have Star Wars music playing in the beginning of the video, and that would always end up being the issue of why my video's getting flagged and everything. But after a while, I just got to the point where I was like, I'm not touching Star Wars shit anymore. It's nothing but a problem all the time, which is really sad. It's just fucking Star Wars. There's nothing it's oh god.
Trouble is, I don't think we can scare him.
What are you two up to now? My cat's dark out.
It's the same effect on all that.
I'm an animal.
Better looking than most. Can't run as fast.
So this guy here, it's like his assistant, and then that's like his daughter or his niece. I think it's his niece or some shit.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask you because, as soon as we got back into the movie, there, I was like, this guy just showed up on the scene. I don't even know who he is.
Yeah, and the guy brings him this little vial of LSD, which you'll see him use it later. That's a great scene too.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while since I've seen this. But I will be honest with you though, I'm usually more into his later films in his career. I really like the late 60s era going into the 70s for Vincent Price the most. that whole like slow thing, like most, I guess you could say like the Roger Corman era, really.
Right. Well, this is pretty much pre-Roger Corman.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the pre-Roger Corman era too. It's just I find myself liking the Roger Corman stuff a little bit more. Like, you know, the Edgar Allan Poe shit too, you know, all that stuff.
Yes, it's May Day today, so thank you, Chester, and happy May Day to everyone.
That's right. Make sure you guys keep your appointment with the Wicker Man. It's May Day.
The Wicker Man.
Today's the official day of the harvest, where we all sacrifice one person for our crops.
Look out, Joseph! Here we come.
Coming to get you, Joseph. You better do your homework.
Don't keep David out too late because he has a hard day tonight.
Good night.
Now, what's this book he's reading? Fright effects? I couldn't read that. It said like
Yeah,
fright
fright
effects.
effects induced by injection of lysergic acid, LSD, whatever the number is, and stuff. See, he's waiting for his lady to get in there. His wife. She's a bitch. Yeah, it will be, Chris. Don't sweat it, brother.
I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I think if Chris just keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to get nominated again. So, you know. I mean, actually, like, I actually remember saying the same thing to Keith at one point. Long time ago, actually. If you just keep doing what you're doing, you will get nominated. Somebody's going to take notice. Because, like, you know, like, you can say what you want about the community. Like, I mean, I don't know, I have my ups and downs with it sometimes, but there are people out there that do watch your shit. You know, like there's, you know, you also got to consider the people that watch your shit that don't comment, the lurkers, the people that just like to, you know, hear what's going on in a video and just stay outside of any bullshit, really. You know, like there's plenty of people like that, too.
Don't corpses for peeping out windows.
But I don't know. I guess like what I'm really just saying is you just gotta stay in your own lane and just focus on your own shit and do what makes you happy and have fun on here. That's all.
I think I'll have a night.
Yeah.
See, she's making out with this dude, and then he's all like, you know, confronts her about it, and she doesn't even care. It's like, yeah, so what, you know?
You know, Warren, you've lost contact.
Kind of reminds me of Michelle Pfeiffer and Scarface. Just the way she looks and like her whole demeanor.
Right.
Minus the cocaine. There's no cocaine in this, so.
He's very upset, so is Dave. That matters so much.
Juno Kane.
Marry my sister over my dead body.
Unconventional, but not impossible. They're nice kids.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's her sister, not his niece, like I thought.
Nice kids, love. Dave versus another you. The scientist who thinks the world is in his laboratory. I'm not going to let my sister sacrifice herself the way I did.
If they have. You suggested a way.
Tired, I'm sleepy.
Stay away from the longer. Next time you see them, maybe forever.
Yeah.
Damn, yo, is that a threat? It's like talking her out of like going to sleep because it might be the last time she goes to sleep. It might be the, you know, the time where she has to go to sleep forever. Like, It's almost like, damn, what are you threatening me? You're gonna kill me when I go to sleep? What the fuck?
You sleep with one eye open because I'm going to kill you in your sleep.
Next, I'd like to suggest that you give Lucy half of all the money.
See, but at least he said you're a shrewd and evil woman, you know? I know one in particular that I won't discuss.
Yeah, P. Rich is saying that's behind the scenes.
Probably is the understatement of the year. Everything you've got, I paid for. Your laboratory, all that expensive junk, Dave Morris's wages, your car, this house. And remember this, all I have to do is put you and Dave Morris right into the street and turn the key. Nice.
Yeah, but it's definitely really good to see Pap in the chat
Oh, yeah,
tonight.
definitely.
Like, I mean, I've been seeing him like all over the place lately, but it's just good to see him here in the stream right now. So yeah, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us, Pap. I appreciate it, man.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, great guy.
Yep. It's funny when she starts kind of yelling at him. She almost sounds like she has an English accent and stuff. Oh yeah, this is great. He pulls this gun out on her.
I'm so English.
First, we'll have a little chat, and what I do next is entirely up to you. So keep walking.
Keep walking, Juno.
You keep walking, Juno. So, what would you say is your favorite Vincent Price film? I guess I'm asking the both of you. All right, I'm asking everyone. What's everyone's favorite Vincent Price film?
Besides this one, I'm gonna go with like Mask of the Red Death.
Okay.
Me, I'm gonna pick The Flying. I do enjoy Vincent Price in that one, and I also like him in the second one. So that's like a double pick, but like not one movie. But
that's
I do like
Return of the Fly, right?
Yeah, it's like a small part in that one in the second film.
Now, isn't one of them like 3D, or am I totally off? Like, isn't like the second one like a 3D movie or something?
They might have had it like that at one.
Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong about that. I know House of Wax had that 3D, bullshit or whatever. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying like I like the flying movies with Vincent Price. It just every time I see him, like he just feels unique, like around the flying movies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a fan of the original one. I've only seen the second one time, but I barely even remember it. I have it in the box set from Scream Factory, but that's something I would like to actually watch again. Is the second one, Return of the Fly.
So, what's your favorite?
I'm gonna go with The Abominable Dr. Fives from 1971. It's just something I've always gravitated towards. I think it's a very stylish film. Vincent Price is really on his game in it, and has a really cool revenge story. Of like his wife dying in surgery, and apparently there's 9 doctors who were responsible for it. So he decides to get revenge on these 9 doctors and everything, and the deaths are pretty inventive throughout it, very fun, but it's something I've always found myself enjoying a lot. So I'm going to go with that one, The Abominable Dr. Five.
We got spicy 4K action in here.
Fuck, Reed is here.
Yeah,
Where's
Reed, man?
been? I haven't seen him in a minute. What's up there, Spicy?
Yep.
Reed is here from the Spicy 4K action. That is great to see, man. What's up, bro?
P. Rich says House on Haunted Hill for him. So
Another great
he
show.
scared her, so now, or she passed out. So now he's gonna try to take this X-ray and see if he can find the Tingler
Thanks for helping.
after he gives her his Tingler. I mean, what?
He's gonna tickle her Tingler.
Husband's work and all that.
I know.
I was gonna use this cat that you
He was in a time warp, but he's glad to be back, which is good. I'm glad
I
he's
mean,
back.
no, I think we're all in a time warp, you know? Pat Masters here, spicy 4K action. Like, it's.
When my turn
Who's gonna pop in next?
be unexpected.
That's just definitely, you know, it's just two people I haven't seen in a while, but that's great to see.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy, boss. Come on, I've got something to show you. Wait a minute, I brought a dog. A dog? What for?
He's like, I brought a dog.
Say get a cat, I got a cat. Remember you say get a dog, I get a dog. We don't need
We're
him.
gonna sacrifice it.
Hopefully.
I wouldn't be surprised if in a few hours this dog.
I mean, why not? It's May Day, right? Day of sacrifice.
Right.
See anything unusual? What's this? You tell me.
Yeah, that is one fucked up X-ray.
Whatever it is, it's stronger. It's in the book. I'm showing you this series of negative figures. On purpose. Look at this. Wait.
So Chester has a question for us. What's y'all favorite television show or series from Vincent Price? I guess he's made a lot. I don't know. I'm more into his movies really over like his television stuff. So that's a tough question for me right now.
Okay, Chris. Have a good night, brother. Take care of yourself. See you
Yeah,
soon.
thanks for stopping by, Chris. And just keep at it, man. Have fun on here. That's all, man. We all love you, dude.
That's all it's about, brother. Is just having fun. Don't worry about any trivial bullshit.
Yeah, man. Just have fun, and we all enjoy what you're doing, man. I really do. I'm not bullshitting you, man. I really do mean that.
Yeah, just don't let that bullshit get to you, Chris. Enjoy being on YouTube and kicking ass.
But yeah, getting back to Chester's question though, like it's a good question though, regardless. Like I think it's definitely a good question from Chester, but I'm having trouble answering it right now.
Yeah, I can't even think of any fucking series that he was on though,
Yeah, my introduction to Vincent Price was House on Haunted Hill, and throughout the years as a kid with watching horror movies, I eventually just started catching more of his stuff. But television shows, not really that much.
I mean, I remember him being in this Alice Cooper special for Welcome to My Nightmare. I remember he was in that, but that's the only thing that came to mind.
Oh yeah, I mean that's you can watch that here on YouTube. Like that's people have that uploaded all over the place. But yeah, that's probably like the extent of mine too. Really.
I've only seen Vincent Price movies, but I have not seen his shows besides like the other thing I've seen him in with being the narrator for Michael Jackson's Thriller. That was it. But I have not seen any shows with him.
Yeah. Dude, his part in that video is so good. And I still think to this day, Michael Jackson's Thriller is the best music video that's ever been made, and nothing will ever top it. And obviously, music videos is not really a thing anymore. I mean, MTV doesn't even play music videos, so. But I still think that is the best music video that was ever made was Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yeah.
Well, YouTube is more of the MTV these days because you can play whatever the fuck you want,
I mean, like,
Because
you know, put it
MTV
this way. Like, Michael Jackson's Thriller came out the same year I was born. But when I first discovered it, like, I was watching it like a movie. Like, I had it dubbed on a VHS tape, and I would just keep rewinding it and rewinding it. And it actually scared the shit out of me. It's just, like, you know, just
Yep.
everything happening. And, you know, Michael Jackson's Thriller, that music video, actually, it terrified me, dude. Really did.
Great special effects by Rick Baker, who did the zombie effects on them.
Yeah, and then when it gets up to the part where, you know, like Vincent Price does his part in it, you know, with the narration there for his part, but man, such a good music video, really is. And I remember, like, what was it, like a couple decades later, the Backstreet Boys came on the scene and they tried to do their bullshit fucking Thriller ripoff. Remember they tried to do that? They had this like shitty ass fucking Thriller ripoff video in the 90s.
Oh
That's
yeah,
funny.
back when MTV delivered music videos and it was just about music. Now it's just bullshit. Even though they kept MTV, and it's just a bunch of crap nowadays.
Yeah, man. Yeah, music videos in that day was really cool. Like, you know, finding like Nine
It
Inch
was
Nails music videos or like White Zombie,
Limp
Butthole
Bizkit,
Surfers, you know, bands like that, Smashing Pumpkins, Nirvana, all
Limp
those
Bizkit.
bands. Yeah, that shit was awesome. Zodiac saying MTV is as gay as it gets. I think that's what he said.
Well, it is. So yeah, because it's a bunch
So
of
now we
crap.
know that the acid is not actually a drug in this movie.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, they castrated MTV now, so yeah, it's just a bunch of bullshit,
See anything?
bunch of drama crap. Which I don't know why the fuck is it still called MTV, even though there's like no fucking music in it. But,
Yeah, this is the part where he's gonna shoot this acid up, and you know.
yeah, I really enjoy this movie, Texas. Like this is up there with those 50s, 60s black and white movies that are horror films that are great to watch.
Yeah, I mean this movie's fabulous, and then you have this color sequence and stuff, you know.
Which injection 50 micromilligrams. 50.
P. Rich says, "What's with the rainbows? Just say that it is gay." You know.
I know, right? Just fucking get it out there already. Say what you mean.
All right, Johnny. Well, thanks for coming in, brother. You know, and may the
Appreciate it,
Juno
John.
be with you also, man. Thanks for
Yeah,
everything you do too. I
yeah, thanks
appreciate
for
it.
stopping by, Johnny, and I appreciate all the work you've been putting in with the videos and stuff. It's been funny, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. You know, I appreciate all the stuff you've been doing. So I can't wait to see the one that you've got in store for me on Saturday and everything. You know.
Yeah, Saturday will definitely be a good time watching The Empire Strikes Back. But yeah, have a good night, bro. Thanks for stopping by.
Time 8:03. Sharp stinging sensation.
Maybe I can get the music to a change, but I'd have to figure out what to use.
As far as I can tell.
Like to take the music out permanently?
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I would just go on CapCut and just take the volume and lower it all the way down. If that's what you're talking about, like taking the sound out completely and then redoing the sound
Well, no,
or
I was
something.
actually thinking of putting some other music over the top of it.
Well, then I would just take the original sound out, just lower the volume all the way down, upload that, then you'll have it with no sound, and then go back and re-record your new sound or whatever. if you have it downloaded to your phone, or if you have to make or re-record it, like through CapCut or whatever, something like that. I don't know. I know it's a lot easier said than done. That's for sure. Like explaining editing to people without showing somebody something is like, what? What are you talking about? It really is.
This is where he's starting to trip on the LSD.
No, it's taking the full effect now of it. Yeah.
That's a bit
And the late 50s effects are, they are what they are. They do their part, and that's I guess you could say.
It would have been fucking cool if they would have done a deal where his mustache flew off and started flying around the room like a bat. And he was like trying to catch it and shit, because he's looking around like he's trying to look for something.
Yeah, I can see that working because the way his eyes are going up in the air and shit. Yeah, dude, I feel like I've been there before. Like I've taken acid quite a few times in my life, and like I think I've been where he's at right now.
The walls are closing in.
Who released this one? Texas Arrow or Shout?
Shit Factory.
Okay. I definitely want to pick this one up one day because I like this kind of movies.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you could actually, $50 for this set's really not that bad in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But I would try to look on eBay too. Like you might be able to find it cheaper than $50. But you got 6 classic Vincent Price films in this set, so you really can't go bad with the Volume 1 set. I think there's a total of 3 sets. I think at this point there's a Volume 1, 2, and 3. I think. And it averages about 6 or 7 films in each set.
Okay.
But also Kino, Kino Lorber's got a lot of Vincent Price films, like individual, Vincent Price films.
Yep.
Yeah, he's definitely tripping hard as shit right now. You can't even see the skeleton in his the skeleton inside of his office there.
Skeletor.
Yeah, man. Somebody should have told this guy, you don't get high on your own supply, man.
It's bad for business.
Then he passed out, and he was going to try not to scream. That was his whole purpose in taking it. He didn't want to see if he could, that he wouldn't scream. But he could.
Zodiac said MTV is gayer than AIDS. Yeah, he better be on his way. Is it a trip he just had? He better be on his way.
I don't want to say too much of it, but I agree with voting MTVGAY. Because it's just a bunch of shit now.
Juno, you never seen The Abominable Dr. Phibes?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend it. I can't say for sure if you would like it as much as probably I do, but I think you will. I mean, I don't know. Just to take a guess, I think you'll be able to get through the movie. I just can't say if you'll like it as much as his other film. But I think you will like the revenge factor in it. It really is a story of revenge. His wife dies on the operating table, and he gets revenge for the people that did it. And I think you might end up liking it, though. It's hard to say. It really is.
Are all his movies in that set are black and white, or is there a few color ones?
No, these are mostly color films.
Oh,
actually, now I think these are all color films in this set. All 6 films in this set are all color. I mean, actually, wait, is House of Usher, is that in black and white?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so I think these are all in color. I know,
Okay.
like, I know Haunted Palace is definitely in color. Mask of Red Death is in color. Pit and the Pendulum. Abominable Doctor. Yeah, these are all in color. Yeah, I can confirm that. Yeah, they are. So, I mean, yeah, like I don't like, I don't mind his stuff that's in black and white, like the stuff we're watching right now with the Tingler. Like even with you mentioning The Fly, like I do like plenty of his black and white stuff, but I prefer the color films and mostly the late '60s going into the '70s era of Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Zodiac saying, "How can you sleep if you're high on crack?" That's a Chinese riddle for you. I don't know. I guess if you smoke enough crack to a point where like you just pass the fuck out, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to let you know the results on that, I guess.
A Vincent Price movie I forgot to mention that was pretty good is The Last Man on Earth.
Yeah, that's a classic. Yes, that's a good one.
Pretty much the original I Am Legend movie that has Vincent Price.
Right.
All the Poe movies that he did for Corman are fucking great.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for those movies, I probably wouldn't even be that familiar with Edgar Allan Poe's stories. Like I know, like there's been plenty of other filmmakers that made Edgar Allan Poe stories. I mean, like it's like, what's that? The Black Cat is probably the most like repetitive story out of all the Poe stories. Really, that's been overtold. But I don't know. I still enjoy that stuff though.
We're going to come up on the color sequence pretty soon here.
Yep. That part is pretty trippy when I saw it.
The funniest thing, there was a time, late 60s, early 70s, when, they had the movies like The Trip and these other ones that were, inspired, by like LSD and such. And there's actually, in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, there's an LSD sequence in there where when they're on the boat and they go into that tunnel and everything's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a LSD sequence that they basically snuck into the movie, really. Imagine really how many kids, were watching that shit and not knowing what the fuck is going on, what is this?
Because one of the shots has a decapitated chicken getting his head cut off.
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of fucked up stuff. Like when you watch it.
Yep.
But
I know Marilyn Manson. They did a music video for one of their songs called "Dope Hat," and it's that scene where they go through the tunnel, the Willy Wonka, and then the movie when they go through the tunnel. It's that, but it's them like on the boat and shit and performing and everything. But that's definitely one of like that. I would say that's actually one of the better music videos of the '90s. Really, Marilyn Manson's "Dope Hat." That's a good one.
Yep.
Rosalia knows it because there's no way of knowing where we're going.
Yeah, "Dope Hat." It's definitely that's a wild song right there. Oh man, do with the machete. Like, this movie just like turned into like a giallo without the gloves.
Right.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, that dude's creepy as hell looking though. Kind of looks like Dr. Freudstein from House by the Cemetery, but with a machete in his hand.
Here we go. This is when shit's gonna hit the fucking fan.
Willy Wonka and the Meth Factory. Yeah, it's pretty much what it turns into.
Do you believe that he was a psychopath, Willy Wonka, the whole time?
You never know, you know.
Because there's a theory that he was like in this, like there's a theory that he is a psychopath, that he had all the kids killed that were like they call them the rotten kids, and
Right.
he was known that, oh, Charlie's gonna win, and he wins, and he's gonna take over killing more kids because he's the owner now.
I mean,
There
I
was
don't think I've ever heard that before, but it's a pretty interesting conspiracy, I guess you could
well
say.
there
I don't
there was
know.
a fake trailer for a Willy Wonka movie, you know, where he was evil, and they got Christopher Lloyd to play him. You can look it up on YouTube.
Hmm.
It's great though. So this is the color
Really?
sequence here.
What year is that from?
I want to say maybe 2009, 10, something like that.
All right, it's not that old then. I thought it was like older.
No, but I mean it would be.
Oh yeah, here's the color sequence now. You see like the bathtubs like fully red and
Yeah,
shit.
this scene is fucking trippy, especially when
Oh, it's like
the
melted
hand
wax.
coming out.
That's what it like. It almost looks like melted wax or something.
It also it looks like a 3D effect too when you see the hand coming out. Like it looks trippy.
Yeah,
I like that effect where it's just the colors mixed with the black and white filter that's around the movie.
yeah.
Like that's trippy,
And
trippy
I was
I,
balls.
it
living
definitely stands out. You know, I think that this is probably the most iconic scene of the whole movie at this point. Really.
Yeah,
when
like
I was
that's
living in San Fran. I used to go to this theater called the Strand, and after the Loma Prieta earthquake in '89, they stopped playing all the good stuff, you know, and later became like a regular porn theater, which was bullshit. But they had a William Castle thing for like 3 nights in a row, and I went like every night to see every film. And seeing this on a big screen was awesome as fuck.
Damn.
Dirk's
man.
But
in here from Subjective Perspective Collective. Hey, Dirk.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
Dirk is here. What's up, Dirk? But I mean, my timestamp right now looks like I'm around the 51-minute mark.
yeah, 51 minutes.
Like a little after. Actually, I'm like 51:39 is where I'm at. Yeah, what's up there, Dirk? Thank you for stopping by, man.
Because he was a jealous husband. Are you sure I didn't mix it for you, dear? Tired.
Juno Wonka and the Shit Factory. This
The
is
shit.
shit. Fuck you kids. You little pieces of crap.
You little
It's a little
turds.
decent. Yeah.
Eat this fucking candy, you bastards.
Little fuckers. Little fuckers.
Remember, don't wear those Michael Myers masks, you punks. Yeah.
You little shits.
Very sorry. Guess I wouldn't let your husband do it now. There's no way I can make up for it.
Now this guy's wants to bitch and moan that he wasn't a good husband to his wife.
Like helping me with some details. What do you want to know? Tell me as closely as you can. What time you found circumstances? It must have been about 1 o'clock, Doug. Because, when you left, I went to have beer. Then when I came home, I just went in and there she was lying on the floor. Age 6. Was there any sign of a struggle? Nothing. She just lied about it. Wasn't anything unusual about the room at all. Just the way it always is. Her expressions. She died.
Well, he's questioning this guy right now about the reason why, like what he thinks caused his wife's death. Now she's starting to rise up out under this sheet.
Dirk says he's beat down like a loser homeless dude that lost a bum fight.
The hell, what do you work construction or something? You alright? Man, did you have a rough day at work or something? Yeah, he's saying Vincent Price, true horror icon for the ages. Yeah, definitely, no doubt.
His voice
Definitely
is
one of my favorites.
He has one of the most recognizable voice. Like when you hear him, you know it's Vincent Price.
Right, yeah, he's got a very distinct kind of sound to his voice. When you hear his voice, it's not that hard to identify it. Damn, man, all right. Now I understand. He's been working 12 to 14-hour days. All right, I hear you. 14. I've done 14-hour shifts before. Eventually, had to quit that job because it was constant 14-hour shifts. That was loading trucks. I remember it was like loading like washers, dryers, shit like that. Loading them in trucks 14 hours straight. I was like, yeah, I can't. My body can't handle this no more. I can't. I gotta quit this job. I only worked, I think, about 2.5 weeks before I was like, that's it. Can't do it no more. This is fucking rough, dude. But I mean, I don't know what type of work he's doing, but regardless, 14-hour shifts, whether it's physical or not, can be a lot on your mind. But that's why I couldn't last with a 14-hour shift with this loading up the trucks with appliances, man. That's one job I don't fucking miss. I'll tell you that. That's why I didn't last very long. the money actually was pretty good. I think remember it was like $16.50 an hour back
Damn.
before, I know that's like the average now, but this was back when like that was not the average, and I just not even a month at this place. I couldn't handle it no more. I was like, fuck this job. I'm out of here. Loading trucks 14 hours a day. Fuck that.
So this is where he takes.
Actually, if I remember now, I only had Sundays off. Sunday was my only day off with that job. Oh yeah, go ahead, Tex. I'm sorry.
So
This
he
is when
just.
he's got the creature now. The
Yeah, he
Tingler.
grabs the tingler out of her and stuff.
The Tingler. Dick thing or monster.
The Tingler.
When I saw the thing, it kind of reminded me of that little that worm toy that was in that Silent Night Deadly Night 5, where it killed the
Oh yeah,
car.
I know. Yeah, that bug from that fucking
Just like the
Silent
way it's
Night Deadly
moving.
Night 4, I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I know that's the one with the bugs in it, but now he's lost control of it, and it's like gripping him up. But like to me, it looks like something that like came out of the ocean. Like it looks like some kind of like arthropod or something.
Yep. Something a
Almost like a centipede. You know, it's got a bunch of different like claws and legs on it and shit. It's like it almost does look like some kind of centipede.
See, once he said this could kill a man, she gets this look on her face, and so she grabs that LSD, and she's acting all like, "Oh, geez, I'm so sorry your wife died and all this," but she's wanting to kill Vincent Price.
She's got to be hopped up on that shit. I'm
She's hopped up on them reds.
She's hopped up on that shit that he was hopped up on earlier in the movie.
Hey, Vanta, how's it going?
Yeah, Vanta Black. What's up, Vanta? Yeah, we still have 12 people in the chat. You know,
Good to
great.
see you, Vanta. Glad you made it.
Thank you,
So this is coming up on the scene when I told you I first saw it, like as a, when I was a teenager. I walked in, I flipping the damn cable box, and all that. And it's a little after this where he's asleep on the couch and stuff.
You better notify the police right away.
You're welcome, Vanta. Of course, you always get a great welcome when you come in.
So yeah, we got about like 20 minutes left. I think we're at the 100-minute mark.
This time I've been jealous. Snaking again.
You ever see that movie, Texas and Sean, Amazing Colossal Man?
No, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it though. I know what you're talking about. I think, yeah, the Amazing Colossal Man. Like, I'm pretty sure I know what that is.
I've seen it, a bunch, but it's been a while.
And another did a second one where he comes back where half of his face gets fucked up from the radiation that the army gave him at the end of the first one. So half of his face is like skeleton, where you see his skull.
Yeah, like rotted away and shit, I guess.
And,
Like,
and
I
they do
know
the
I've
unique
heard
thing
that movie title before.
and they do a unique thing at the end where he tries where he commits suicide at the end where he grabs the wire antennas from the radio station and it electrocutes him and it goes in color. Like the movie just straight up goes in color at the end of that one.
Okay.
It's like a black and white movie.
So, like, that's, like, probably, like, the main draw effect of that film, like, back in those days, for, like, a film
Yeah.
like that. Like, kind of like this
Yeah,
movie in a way, like how this movie, like,
yeah.
it gets up to that bathtub scene where you actually see the blood in the bathtub.
Yeah, it was like really cool. Yeah. Cool movie.
I will be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah, here's where the wife, she's drugged him, and then the guy, Ollie, Mr. Pepperidge Farm, he's leaving her dead body there for the night. But look, there's the mask and the knife. Oh, geez, I wonder who could have used that.
Yeah. I I'm always entertained by these movies. I know some people may not like the effects, like in these kind of movies, because they might think they're cheesy, but
Hey, well, at least they're
sometimes
practical effects,
at least it isn't like bullshit CGI crap that comes out nowadays.
right?
Which that's the thing I just appreciate these old movies. Like they may not be everybody's favorite kind of effects, but I feel like they're better than this crappy ass CGI mess.
So yeah, this was the scene the very first time I saw it
More
when
real,
he lets
more
him
real than
out, the Tingler out to get him, and he wakes up and it's on his neck. Hey man, good to see you. Glad you're here.
hey man, happy May,
Yep,
May,
happy May Day.
Mayday, Mayday. But yeah.
Now here's the damn thing choking him out.
On the couch.
Yeah.
This is the scene that you were saying that they caught you caught your eye watching the movie
Oh yeah.
in this house scene.
I mean, I turn it on and I'm like, what the hell is this? And then here we go, and I'm like, holy shit, this is what the. Vanta.
Read about the Tingler in the journals. You can't hardly see anything in the journals about the Tingler. Yeah, something's work. What are you going to do? David, to break the laws of nature. It's a dangerous thing. Not only broke the laws of violating some basic principles we had to. But Warren, you can't just hear me out. The Tingler exists for every human being we now know. Look at that Tingler, Dave. It's an ugly and dangerous thing. Ugly because it's the creation of man's fear, which is ugly and dangerous because it frightens man. It's dangerous. We can't destroy it because we removed it from its natural place.
It's funny, Vincent Price's character is named Warren, and then in the movie Homicidal, there's another character named Warren.
My name isn't fucking Warren, man. Empire Records.
You're right, Vanta, they do. Man, the suits that he wears in this movie are so damn stylish. They're good.
I agree, Vincent. Modern movies do rely on some bullshit CGI. That's why some people make fun of these old movies with all the effects, but they're a lot better than that CGI bullshit that looks fake as fuck.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
these,
another thing. It's like you don't see like real stunts anymore either. Everything's all, I mean,
even
I
stunts.
understand like the safety regulations of stunts and everything, but it's just like all new movies anymore. It's like nothing traditional is left to it.
Like those movies, like those Mad Max movies. Those were real stunts, especially Road Warrior. Like those,
It's
those
actually a really
the
good
chasing
example,
scenes.
especially with the Road Warrior. Like almost every
Mhm.
stunt guy in that movie, like they walked away with breaking some kind of bones. Those guys really went through hell to get that movie made. Dirk saying, I showed my 7-year-old the Thriller MJ video. He loves Vincent Price narration. Like, dude, that shit had me like mesmerized and just sold on it when I was a kid, man. When I first saw that music video, it scared the hell out of me. I still think MJ's Thriller is the best music video of all time. It really is. Nothing can top that.
Yeah, I love House on Haunted Hill, and 13
I like
Ghosts
the
is another one I like.
Same.
The OG though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
I
one
actually
with
like
Chris
the
Kattan,
OG a lot.
that's a rough one actually.
I do like the Marilyn Manson song played in the movie, but just that's the only thing I remember about the movie. Just the movie kind of feels a bit forgettable, the remake.
She would have killed me.
Yeah, the original I Am Legend movie
Yeah.
was that Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, which I really enjoyed seeing that one years ago.
Yeah,
Resident
Chester,
Evil.
he's in House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah.
How's on here? Yeah, the OG one.
Yeah.
Oh man, the Tingler's coming out of the cage now.
Yep. The Tingler. The Tingler.
See, that guy was very, very stupid. You know, he couldn't figure out how to, you know, kill his wife very well.
No, he's obviously talking to the wrong person.
He was too busy trying to negotiate that deal for Pepperidge Farm.
He's trying to close that deal. Trying to get that sucker sleeping.
Vance is like, oh, the creature is the Tingler. I would hope that it would be and not anything else, but these days you never know. And then this fool's got, like, you know, a theater full of people, you know, while, you know, he's trying to get away. I mean, it was like, what's he gonna do? Just like leave that theater like going, and then everybody wondering like where the hell is the, you know, the owner and what the hell's going on, you know, and stuff.
I don't know. I'd be more worried about the Tingler,
Yeah, well,
which
you know,
nobody seems to even be aware about right now.
there it is. And then there's old Brillo pad hair with his,
Yeah, I know. Like
girl.
Brillo Pad here is like worried about getting a hand job in the theater, but he doesn't even know that the Tingler is about to kill him. He's like, "Come on, baby. I brought you out. I showed you a nice time." He got denied. Oh, Brillo Pad.
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I got to take
All
a
right.
break.
Dark, as I was saying, I went to this William Castle thing back in the like late 80s when I lived in San Francisco. There was this great theater I'd go to, and they had a William Castle festival, and they did do a lot of the gags. They gave you the little glasses for the 13 ghosts, and I don't know how many seats they did for Percepto for this. There wasn't many because I know that my seat didn't, get an electric shock or anything. But for Sardonicus, they gave out the little card with the thumbs up and thumbs down. The hat. I don't remember actually if they showed. I saw what you did, but I know they did have a skeleton come up off from the stage for House on Haunted Hill, and trying to think if there was anything else. I think they did create a small Coward's Corner for Homicidal, but it's cool that I actually saw pretty much most of his movies um, in a theater, on the big screen. The one movie of his that I've never seen is one that's called Zots, and I hear that's kind of funny.
Oh man, this is where the lady's flipping out in the theater now.
It's crawling
But
like a
dude,
snake.
that must have been really like. I mean, I don't know. Like, I've said before, like, I really wish I could have experienced the era that you grew up in. I wish I was born in like 1960 or 65. But I mean, like, that must have been so fun to go to the theater like that back in those days, because like, you don't know what you're gonna experience, and that's like, it really is like the early days of cinema, and really experiencing all that stuff. Like I would actually love to be at a drive-in back in the '70s and watch a slasher and think like like have that feeling of there might be a slasher in the parking lot while I'm watching
Right.
this movie. Like
Drive-In Massacre.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is a movie, right? Drive-In
Yeah,
Massacre. I think there is.
yeah,
Of course, there's got to be one, right?
yeah.
I know that for a
It's
long
crap,
time you could
but
only get that in like a Mill Creek set and like a 50 movie set. It's like really bad video quality. The Drive-In Massacre, yeah, that's one that doesn't get mentioned very often.
yeah, I think you can get a blue from Severin, I think, but it's not a very good movie. It's all right.
Yeah, it's been upgraded since then. I know it was also one of those like public domain slashers too for a long time. Maybe it still is, who knows? But like, yeah, it's if you're a slasher, like an aficionado of slashers or whatever, then yeah, you got to see it. But it's don't expect it to be good.
There it is, crawling across the screen.
On the projector.
It looks to me like a combination of like a mutated scorpion or a mutated scorpion piece of lettuce or something.
Piece of lettuce. I mean, to me, it just looks like some grossed out like centipede, man, like with a million legs on it and shit. But it's like a worm-like creature too at the same time. Like, I don't know.
It's like a worm that moves like a snake. The way it's moving around people around the theater.
Like, I really think the most terrifying part of it really was when it was like latched on to Vincent Price's arm. Like earlier on when we were watching it, like when it was latched onto his arm, like that looked like the most terrifying part of dealing with the creature.
Yeah, there goes Mr. Projection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing but nonsense, fucking projectionist. He's got like a special box to put them in, kind of like the Ghostbusters when, like, it's like the Ghostbusters trap to get the Tingler. You remember the Ghostbusters trap? He used to wheel it out to capture the ghost. So they got one for the Tingler.
It was a film reel box because he left the other one at the guy's place, and stuff. But it's so funny because he's helping him out, and everything, and it's like, dude, you murdered your wife, or it's like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, Derek is mentioning seeing the town that dreaded sundown in Texarkana. That shit was nuts knowing the
It's a great
Phantom
movie.
Killer was there. Yo, that must have been really fucking crazy, man. To see the original town that dreaded Sundown while, like, while that shit was going on. Oh, man. I really do like the original film, too. The original town that dreaded Sundown. And I enjoy the sequel, remake, whatever you want to call it. Like I'd say, I thought the modern one had some cleverness to it.
It is as though I come up this much shot or taking a knife and stab. If anybody refused to pray, there's the probability you will win a judge and a jury. This time, please with me. Wrong down, you right by yourself. All I have to do is go down.
Yeah, we're coming up on the end of this movie.
And then here he goes. He pulls the gun out on him.
Yep.
You won't have any more cookies.
That's good.
Dip your cookies in the milk.
Because I'll remember this always.
I'll never forget this mess, you bastard.
Yes, this is really good, Vanta. It's one of my favorites.
Good movie, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then there's still where she rises up and he starts freaking the fuck out. It's like that look on his face is just hysterical.
Like he's staring at death himself.
Fuck, man, he put himself in this position though.
Yeah, that's early, Vanta.
He kind of
11 for
treated
me
his
right
wife like
now.
shit in the. He kind of treated his wife like shit in the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah,
Wasn't
he's
right.
been trying to kill her, like 80% of the movie.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, this is like I said, this is like typically something I wouldn't lean towards, like Vincent Price wise. But I like his like later films more than his earlier stuff, really. But this was really good to go back and see this again. This
is some.
I mean, I also don't remember the last time I've seen this. I know I've seen it before, but even my introduction to Vincent Price was The House on Haunted Hill, and I don't know. It's just I don't. I guess what I'm trying to say is just like I really do enjoy all Vincent Price's stuff, but I'm mostly into his later films, really, surprisingly. But yeah.
Yeah, this is a great pick, Texas.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that, and I'm glad everybody enjoyed it and stuff.
Really
yeah, I think it was a good call, man. Really
badass movie from the 50s. Like I could watch this movie 1,000 times over CGI crap like nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like knowing what you're watching too. With a lot of newer films, just knowing that going into it, it was like it's like it seems like nowadays, like the most movies, it only takes about 3 or 4 weeks to complete it, and then get all the finalization done with it, with ownerships and everything, and all that stuff. But it just seems like films get pumped out like so quick now without any thought. Like even everything that you ran it on with the Roadhouse remake and everything. It just said that seems like another one that was really made with no thought and just hurry up, get it done, and next you know it's not even getting a theater release. It's being released on Hulu or whatever the fuck it was, and just like, wow, man, what a fucking turd. But that's just 2024 and going into 25. I don't know, man. Filmmaking is just not what it used to be. But I mean, you know what though? Like I always say this too. Like with all the shit that does come out, it really does make me appreciate what I've had in the past with films, like the classics and everything. It really does.
Yeah, because I know sometimes these movies don't get a lot of love by many people because they make fun of this. Oh, the effects look like shit. Oh, it looks stupid. It looks fake. But to me, this beats the shit out of CGI crap. Like this stuff looks more real than fake ass CGI.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big year gap in between that too. Like, like this is a movie that's
Mm.
from 1959, I think. But like, to talk about like any graphics really to compare with is like probably the 90s really. And yeah, like I would definitely take almost anything in black and white or even in color from this era over any over exaggerated effects that are done today. Just
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
that cutscene is fucking amazing and well shot with that blood and the hand coming out and it's colored red with the black and white filter around it. Like that is some badass shit right there.
I mean, like, you know what though? Like, here's another thing I'm gonna bring up is like, as much as I like A24 films, there's times where you're watching their movies and you could see like, oh, you guys are on a soundstage right now, and there goes green screen number one, there goes green screen number two over here, and like, if you really focus on these things after a while, you can kind of point them out, like. But like, it doesn't really take away from how I view A24 films though. Like it's
Mhm.
for modern filmmaking and stuff. It's stuff I enjoy, but there is times where I can see things like, ah, I see where you did the little tricks over here, it's not that hard to figure out.
This was funny from Dirk. He says, "Can you imagine in the future people loving shitty CGI as their nostalgia?" Yeah, I
Yeah,
can see
kind of
that. Unfortunately,
like it'll be like the situation of it or the movie Idiocracy, where like like everyone's stupid as shit. Everyone just becomes completely stupid. It's like, nah, man,
Yeah.
fucking CGI is better than fucking practical effects, man.
Like wow, that Robot remake was a masterpiece. I love it.
Oh god.
Derek says M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's a new film, though Watchers comes out this month. Your thoughts? Well, that's his. It's not his film. It's his daughter's film. So I think
Oh,
that
his
the other.
daughter's
No,
making movies now. Jesus
Or is
Christ.
it? Or no? Is his daughter's the
I
one
did.
about the rock concert and the guy, the butcher or whatever? Shit, who cares? I can't get them. They're both the same. I mean, it's his fucking daughter. They're probably gonna make the same fucking film. So
Yeah.
His daughter making that. His daughter's making that movie. Texas. I didn't know. I thought
there's
his dad
one.
had
Yeah, one of
taken that
them.
one.
One of them's his and one of them's hers. I can't remember which one's what.
Oh, is it the one? Was it called Watchers? Because I saw the trailer for it in the
Yeah, I
preview.
think I
Like,
think
with the
that's the one.
Bama
But then
Gummy.
there's the one. His new one is the one where Josh Hartnett's in it, and he takes his daughter to this concert, and then like there's all this
Hmm.
security and stuff, and he asks this one guy, he goes, "What's going on?" He goes, "They think the butcher's here, and they're trying to capture him, but don't tell anybody." And they make you think that he's the killer, and it's probably his daughter, or like a cat or some shit. Who the hell knows?
Well, Mikey's Morgue is here. What's up, Mikey?
Hey, Mikey.
Yeah, we're like right at the end of this movie here, but yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. I can see you're busy at work, but yeah, thanks for stopping by, man.
I'm just glad that Mikey was able to show up, and hopefully he shows up on Saturday. Oh yeah, Vanta, I don't know if I'll be able to hit your stream that night because I'm showing Empire Strikes Back. I'll try to maybe kind of pop in, and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like you could probably pop in through like the chat. That's about it.
Yeah. Yep. She says older movies let you use your imagination a lot more, and that's very true.
I
Yeah,
agree,
and
man.
I think that is also leaves like what's good about that is like when you have a conversation with somebody that's viewed the same movie as you get to hear their their opinion on it, get their like the way they
Mhm.
perceive the movie. Like just to have that kind of interaction is kind of like being weeded out at this
Yeah.
point. Like that's not really left to talk about in modern films anymore. I
Yeah.
don't.
'Cause most because most modern shit, they just want to reboot, remake, reimagine the motherfucker, and just add more bullshit crap to it, like not having it being its own story, like making it different. They just want to like, oh, let's just shit on this move, the original characters, or it's fuck up this story line.
Yeah, it's really sad to see like the
It's
whole cash
bullshit, man.
grab part of it. I mean, like,
Cash grab.
it's also at this point, like, I thought it was really cool, like what Blumhouse was doing, like about maybe like 8 years ago. But at this point,
Mm-hmm.
they're just looking to rehash any kind of franchise, and it's obvious they're looking for the cash grab part of it too. I don't know.
Yeah, they're
It's
doing,
just lame that
and
like
I
people
wouldn't be
are just not willing to put out money for original material anymore.
because I know they want to do Freddy, so they're gonna castrate him.
Yeah, more than likely. But I mean,
Because
hopefully we just get
I
that 4K steelbook this year for the anniversary in November. I just hope we
yeah,
get that.
that new
We get that,
fuck
I'll
that
be
bomb.
happy.
Yeah, I'll be in for that.
Use the
Use
SWAT.
the swords.
You the
Use the
SWAT.
swords.
You the SWAT.
They should have, somebody should have, what's his name, Herzog, say that. Yeah, hilarious.
Where's the baby?
That whole deal in, um, oh man, Freaks and, whatever the damn movie is. And he plays that alien, and this guy's like, how did you get that Austrian accent?
Austrian accent. I don't think I know which one that is.
Freaks of Nature, that's what it's called. It's like this town, and there's like zombies, werewolves, vampires, and everybody's like living together. It's ridiculous, and stuff. And then at one point, and at the very end, like this spaceship shows up, this alien gets out, he starts talking. And this guy's like, wait. He's like, is that an Austrian accent or some shit?
The one thing to be distracted by is somebody's fucking accent. That situation.
Derek says The People Under the Stairs is one of the all-time best comedy horror movies. Yeah, it is. It's good.
It is fucking great. That's a movie I would not see remade. Like that should be the left the fuck alone.
Yeah,
Because like
I don't know.
there's
How long do you want to run this stream for, Pex?
Oh shit! I thought we'd go another couple of hours. Just kidding.
All right, I'll take a nap and I'll come back. All right, I'll catch a space nap and I'll come back.
Random question: has Willie Nelson ever been in a Cheech and Chong film? Not that I recall.
It almost
I
sounds
wish it.
mandatory though.
Right.
Like just
He does
just
good
reading
in
that in my head would make me think that he should have been in one of those movies without a question. I don't know. Maybe he has
it.
been, but I know he's in Half Baked. That's for sure.
Half baked.
I
That's
remember
the
when a
one.
dime bag used to cost a dime. Yeah, that's like the famous line of him in Half Baked.
So let's see. On the 18th, well, yeah, I guess I'm jumping a little ahead, but on the 4th we'll have Empire lays back. I mean strikes back, and then
Yeah, the Empire gets laid back
yeah,
on Saturday.
and then the 18th I'll be doing a watch along for this baby here, Over the Edge, which was killer.
Yeah, it's the 45th anniversary for Over the Edge on May 18th. So yeah, we'll be watching that one. It's definitely something that you brought to my attention. I went ahead and bought the Blu-ray. I watched it. It really is a pretty cool coming of age film that can be fun and non-serious at times until somebody, ends up
Gets hurt.
yeah, somebody gets hurt and then things get serious. It's really funny to see how the movie shifts, but it does it in a very good way though. It really is like, I mean, at this point it's a movie that was made in 79. It's probably not the most talked about film, but I think for any like general fan of cinema, it's something that all fans of, just cinema in general should be seeing, really. But I'm glad I finally picked it up for my collection and saw it, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing that watch party.
So technically, we just watched a movie that's celebrating its 65th anniversary, even though we didn't have that date. Wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right, because it's from 1959, the
Yeah.
Tingler. That's right, yeah. It's another, anniversary right there. I just don't know the actual date. Yeah, you're right, though. It says here.
So, yeah, then what else do we have next up on your channel?
For me, that'll be on May 6th. I think that's like
Okay.
a Sunday. We're gonna start off the month of May with the movie May from 2002,
Oh,
the
that's right.
psychological horror film.
Yeah, that'll be Monday because the 4th's on Saturday, and you said the 6th, so that's Monday.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, we'll start off the month with May from 2002 on May 6th on Monday, and then we're gonna watch Carrie on May 8th. That's a couple days later. We're gonna watch, Stephen King's Carrie, and then
Yeah, Harry.
I think it's no, we were after that. It's Mother's Day, the trauma film, and then we're gonna watch The Crow after that. So yeah, there's plenty of shit in the pipeline right now. Good stuff coming up.
And Juno, of course, will regale us with plenty of rants and reviews, which
Right.
I'll look forward to.
I mean, eventually we're gonna. I mean, we've been talking about. Eventually, though, we're gonna try to get a stream together to get a rant for something that we could all agree on, really. So that'll be coming at some point.
I heard that.
To a vote.
Yeah, we should do that. Put it to a vote, and then we can go.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do a poll vote in the community post, go ahead. I don't care. Whatever you guys want, however you guys want to handle that's good.
Well, we gotta figure out some titles, and then we should do a poll. Do it that way, because I don't want to just go in blind and say, "Hey, you guys vote for a movie that we're going to do a rant on."
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll analyze that and figure out the movies.
You three hate the movie.
But yeah, I heard the next Halloween's coming out. It's going to be called Halloween Blows.
At this point, I think that's the only title they have left to go with. I mean, you may as well think, well, what we just made is a piece of shit, and there's not much titles to go with. Let's go with Halloween fucking Blows.
Halloween Blows Blumhouse.
God.
Or Blows, whatever company.
I still think there should be like Juno Kills,
Johnny might put that together. Short film. Short film coming out from the Wild Guys.
In line.
Juno Kills tonight. Juno kills DGG or Bumhouse, or whatever.
Danny McBride.
Juno versus DGG. Five Nights at Juno's,
I'm going after G.
But I don't know. It just we got good stuff coming up. That's all I can say. Sean
Yeah.
always comes up with a good schedule, and then I'm gonna start. Like as by tonight, I'm gonna come up with some stuff. So I gotta think of something for next week. Because
Yeah, don't stress yourself out with it, but just take the time to think about it. That's all.
well, I didn't win a fake contest or anything, so I'm cool. I mean, what did I say? Whoops! Did I just say that?
It was a fake contest.
Holy shit! Whoops!
He said fake contest. Oh, shit. You people!
The texts are gonna start rolling in. Fuck you! Blah blah blah.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm gonna start getting all the hateful emails. You were hanging out when you fucking asshole.
Halloween, the new and improved version that sucks harder than a toothless crack whore. Well, there's a lot of movies lately that suck harder than a toothless crack whore.
Like I remember
Yep.
back in like the late summer going into the fall, I used to get really hateful emails about my watch parties and shit. Like, I think it's messed up how you said this about this person. Like I used to get these it seemed like it was like just two people that would just constantly send me emails. And I would always reply with sounds good, thank you, have a nice day. And that was always how I replied to every one of them. Sounds good, thank you, have a nice day. That's just figure that's the best way I can reply to this mess here.
Vanta says I can never unsee the Tingler now, but see, she missed the beginning of the stream where I yelled out, it's great, the Tingler's loose in the studio. Scream for your lives.
Yeah. No, I'm glad we got a Vincent Price film done tonight though. It's something I haven't seen in quite a while, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was fun. So I just
But like I said too, like I really want to do the Abominable Dr. Phibes and Dr. Phibes Rises again. We can do the Mask of the Red Death at some point. Like I'm almost on board for if you have an idea to do a Vincent Price film in the future, I'm more than likely on board for it.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely.
Well, I just remember Jimmy mentioned something about doing or no, he just mentioned Dr. Phibes and Phibes Rises again. I was like, yo, like that's my shit right there. Like, yeah, there's the Mask of the Red Death.
Space. Mask of the Red Death. I just love this film just because the colors in it are just amazing, and
yeah,
that scene at that ball and the fucking raven, pecking that woman to death.
Vanta's, I just want to see you all do the Thriller dance routine.
Yeah,
fuck, man, we could manage to get that all in sync right there. All is doing the fucking thing.
probably snap my leg, like.
Yeah. Next you know, fucking Russell's in the hospital.
I'm dead. There we go. close enough. I guess that's the way it'll go.
As soon as you get hurt, that's when you scream, "It's a thriller!"
Yeah, he's screaming like Michael Jackson. Woo! You know,
All right, guys. I think I'm ready to call it a night here.
yeah, I think it's, we're gonna get out of here, everybody. Love you all. Thank you so much for
Great stream,
coming
everybody.
out tonight. We really we're glad you were here and sticking with us, and
Take care, Banton.
we got a lot of stuff upcoming.
Yeah, Saturday though, Empire Strikes Back. Russell's channel. Be there, be square.
We have Desiree White who says Vincent Price is her great grandfather. Well, that's a good stuff right there on her mother's side. Excellent.
Well,
so, thanks for coming in, even though we're about to leave. But that was very, very cool.
Yes, very intriguing. That's for sure.
And then Vanta says this was a great start to her day. So, well, I'm glad that we were able to do that for you. And then Chester says the laugh he does in Thriller is funny.
Yeah. That's when Michael Jackson turns around with the yellow eyes and it's ha 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 ha.
All right, Dirk. See you later and stuff. And thank you, Desiree.
Thank you guys for stopping by. Yeah, thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with us. Sorry, Tex.
I really, appreciate it and stuff, and putting up with my nonsense. I don't know about these guys because they're very more straightforward than I am. I'm a ridiculous person. So anyway, I just just wanted to say though, but we really do appreciate you guys, because I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here, doing this stuff. And at least I wouldn't. I'd be hiding in a corner or something, or begging for change, something ridiculous. But it was an awesome night, and so with that, we are gonna get out of here.
I'm William Castle, and I feel obligated to warn you about the next attraction you will see at this theater. The picture is The Tingler, which I directed. And for the first time in motion picture history, members of the audience, including you, will actually play a part in the picture. You will feel some of the physical reactions, the shocking sensations experienced by the actors on the screen. I guarantee that The Tingler has more shocks per minute than my last film, The House on Haunted Hill. But don't be alarmed. You can protect yourself. When you see the picture, you will be told, and remember the instruction, how you can guard yourself from attack by The Tingler. And now may I show you a few scenes from The Tingler?